With the breaking news coming in from Bengaluru, a woman from the city has now alleged on social media that she was harassed on a public road while she was returning home from her office. Now, the perpetrator allegedly made some lewd gestures and even attempted to pull the woman into his vehicle. Now, in her post, she claims that despite pedestrians being nearby, no one came to her help. Even after she shouted, she alleges that the man then drove his car toward her, escalating the danger. Now she says she took a video despite the risk, calling it a safety measure, and expressed shock over what she describes as bystander apathy during the entire episode. All right, my colleague Sri Lakshmi now joins me with more details on this. Sri Lakshmi, do tell us, it's a very concerning episode that has come to light, a woman not only being harassed on a public road, but when she calls for help, no bystander comes to help her.
Yes, she has written about these things in social media platforms. It seems that this incident has happened in Bengaluru area of Bengaluru, but not yet confirmed. She has not mentioned her name and other identity details, but an account on social media which confirms itself as Moodflix. She writes in that account as while returning to my home from office, a man in a car was completely naked and calling me towards him, and he started driving the car close towards her, and no one helped when she shouted. That's what she mentions. And the man then started driving towards her, and the situation was extremely dangerous. That's what she terms the situation as. And bystanders were not helping. This is a huge concern regarding women's safety in city like Bengaluru. It seems city police and Commissioner of City Police Simant Kumar Singh, it's up to him to take note of this incident and to take strict action against such kind of miscreants and bring them under the law. It seems this incident has happened during daytime, and more details awaited regarding this incident. She has gone to give a complaint, to register a complaint to a police station, but she says that police denied to take a complaint since there are no evidence to such incident.
Lakshmi, thank you for giving us those details. I'm also being joined by Brinda Adige, women activist on this. Thank you, Brinda, for joining us on Republic. I want to ask you, such an incident comes to light from Bengaluru. A woman gets harassed openly in daylight on public road and nobody comes to help. And the concerning thing is that it's not shocking anymore. It has become so common that, we feel harassment and that indifference coming from people. How do you look at this?
I agree with you on the indifference part of it, but I'm also truly ashamed that all of us have forgotten our civic duties and responsibilities towards each other.
Yes.
And you mentioned that it is in broad daylight. I don't understand why people think that women get abused, assaulted, molested and stalked only during the night. Now, this happening during broad daylight also asks the question, what were the police doing? Where was the patrolling? So, yes, we want to hold the citizens accountable and responsible for their apathy, for their indifference, for their mute spectators that they were there, unwilling to go ahead and even shout or yell or call the police. 112 they could have called, but they did not do any of those things. This girl is struggling all on her own. It is very shameful because we pride ourselves as a city, not only a cosmopolitan city, but a very conscious city. That said, my next question would be, what was the police doing? What has happened to all of their patrolling? We have thousands of cameras across the city bought with the Nirbhaya fund. Are these cameras being monitored? If they are being monitored, why action has not been taken? So all of these questions crop up in my head, and I think it is important for the state to step up. We can always ask questions of mute spectators, but the state to step up, and the police asking this lady for evidence, which means they have not been trained. Because the BNS, which is an amended IPC of 354, is very clear that the woman's statement is enough. treat sexual harassment, stalking, or any such indecent proposals, you do not require any kind of witness, you do not require any kind of proof. It is your job as the police to register a case, investigate, and present the case before the court. The court can then decide whether the woman is speaking the truth, not speaking the truth, proof is not there, evidence is not there. The police are also to be held accountable because they discourage women from coming out and making the complaints.
Right, Brinda, all the
is
stakeholders need to answer these questions. And the big question, where is the law and order headed in the state, and why is essentially there no fear, no deterrence among these people? Thank you, Brinda, for joining us and sharing your perspective.